Hi friends! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Cave Master, and today I want to talk to you about the inner critic and how you can deal with your inner critic a little bit better if they are abusing you. So if you have a tough inner critic, you may recognize the following. They may tell you that you are not worthy, you are not good enough, that you shouldn't be doing this particular thing that you're doing, this hobby that you're doing, because you're not good enough. Because you need to do better, because you need to have a purpose in life, because you need to love others unconditionally. But how about loving yourself? Inner critics often don't care about you as a person. The inner critic worries about the outside of you, about your surrounding, but not about you most of the time. And that can be really, really tough to deal with. But there is a way to do it better. There's a way to teach your inner critic that they should not always be abusing you. Okay, there is a way. I was taught this in therapy, and it really helps for me. So what you're gonna do is the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna acknowledge your inner critic as a person not being you, as a person that is outside of you. So that makes it easier to talk to them, because you're not talking to yourself, you're talking to someone else. And you're telling them something you feel. So then what you can do is give your inner critic a timeout. And that is important, because your inner critic can shout and shout and shout and shout and shout and shout until you're like tired of it, until you are done with it. But the problem with the inner critic is it's in you, so you cannot really get rid of it, can you? Well, that's what I thought. You can get rid of it. By giving it a timeout. So how I do that is I walk to the front door, and this takes a little bit of practice because it might feel a bit awkward and weird at first, but I will tell my inner critic, hey, you know what? This is not helping me. This abuse is not helping me. I'm gonna ask you to step out the door for a moment, take a short walk or something, and leave me be for a bit, okay? Leave me be for 10 minutes. Maybe 5, maybe longer. Don't shut them out forever. I mean, that's not helping, because the inner critic can be really useful if they're not doing it in an abusive way, right? So tell your inner critic that they can just go for a walk for 5 or 10 minutes and then come back. If you do that, you open yourself up to the other side of you, the side that is hurting, the side that is the child in you, if you will, the person that is happy to do all the things, and the person that is hurting because of all the abuse that it's getting. So send your inner critic out gently. Don't shout at them. Tell them gently, hey, what you're doing is not helping right now. How you are telling me these things is not helping right now. Go for a walk, and we'll see each other in 10 minutes. For me, that works. That works a lot, because then you can give yourself a 10-minute break from whatever it is you were doing, from whatever it was you were feeling, and really take care of yourself. So you can get a cup of tea or something else that you really love and sit with yourself, and maybe, and this is something I still not do because I'm still learning that, but ask yourself what it is that hurts so much and what it is you want. And just talk to that soft side of you. Talk to them and ask them how you can help them. And then, after 10 minutes, you open the door. You have to literally open the door to welcome the inner critic in again. And then you can just move on. Do this a few times a day if you need to. And give yourself that time and that room to really feel what you are feeling without judging yourself, without letting the inner critic judge you for whatever you do or whatever you feel. So that is something I wanted to discuss with you, because they've really helped me, and I know that a lot of people these days have a really tough critic, so it might help others. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate that. If you liked the video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more of this content in the future, go ahead and subscribe, because I will be uploading more in the future. So thank you so much again for watching, and we'll see you later.